Right, Liverpool have beaten AC Milan 3-1 at the San Siro. It's obviously the debut European game for Arne Slot. It's a huge classic fixture. So many Champions League titles between AC Milan and Liverpool. We have to be completely real and say this AC Milan side is lacking world-class players. It's more of a comment maybe on Italian football and where AC Milan are with their owners. They probably deserve more world-class players than they've got. And you feel that the Liverpool quality showed today. It was a different gulf in class between what AC Milan could provide defensively and Liverpool going forward. And Liverpool, I think, are massive dark horses going into this competition. Again, I think the history of the Champions League matters massively. Even AC Milan, they got far quite a couple of years ago. Liverpool have always, even with poor sides, gotten far in the Champions League. Real Madrid keep grinding out win after win. So for me, Liverpool are really massive underdogs in the Champions League this season. Arne Slot's done very, very well with Feyenoord in European competitions. And you're looking at his Liverpool side. Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah putting out unbelievable performances. Again, I don't think AC Milan were at their best. But we have to be completely real. We'll talk about the goals. Pulisic scored a very, very good finish on his right foot, tucking in. I have no idea where Tsimikas was. Very reminiscent, I'd say, of the Nottingham Forest goal that Callum Hudson-Odoi scored, where it was Conor Bradley, I think, was completely out of all sorts, no space at all. And he cut in and scored a great goal. And you think that actually Pulisic is exposing the gap between the centre-back and the full-back quite easily. I think Arne Slot's going to have to fix up pretty quickly, especially against better sides in the Champions League, better sides in the Premier League. You think of the Arsenal and the Man City games in particular, where that kind of space that AC Milan were able to expose and just play a quick ball around the corner, and suddenly you're getting at the Liverpool back four so quickly. It would be a slightly concerning for me how easily AC Milan were able to score that early goal. It was a very, very well taken finish from Pulisic on his right foot. He's got that in his locker. Probably doesn't have the consistency in his locker, but he's got the quality, no doubt about it. But you have to give massive credit to Liverpool, how they got back in the game, because they kept getting on the ball. Their possession in the kind of final part of the first half was very, very high. McAllister and Gravenberch were running things. And I've never doubted both those guys in terms of their quality on the ball. They moved it around very, very well. At points, it looked like they were maybe the home side, and they were pressing the AC Milan side deeper and deeper into their own half. And they created havoc, really, with the AC Milan backline. I don't think Tomori got anywhere near the Liverpool front three, really. The right back for AC Milan really, really struggled. The keeper struggled, and we saw that so massively with the first. The free kick was given away from the right back for AC Milan. The first goal for Liverpool, the way that ball gets whipped in, it's a floater, it's slow, there's no angle to it really, and it's just a straight up and down onto Konate's header, and he just gets Liverpool straight back into the game very, very easily. It was far too easy for a side like AC Milan at home for how they're defending. It was quite poor, you have to say that. But then Liverpool found a way of getting into the winning position that they found themselves in for the remainder of the game. And it's basically the same goal again from Van Dijk. The ball gets chipped in and Van Dijk just sort of heads it in. AC Milan, I don't think, had the power in the centre-back positions. Tomori's a very small centre-back, very good on the ball. He's got mobility, he's got experience. He's a very, very exciting centre-back, still very young for a centre-back. But you think anything that gets floated into the box, the physicality of the Premier League was on show today. Konate, Van Dijk, Gravenberch is a huge 6-foot midfielder. Mohamed Salah at points was bouncing off AC Milan players. You do wonder that the Italian league is still a touch slow, a touch not physical enough. Leao wasn't able to really get past too many players. He had one good run, but apart from that, you think Liverpool managed the physicality of AC Milan very, very well and kind of at points, let's be completely real, bullied them physically. Dominic Szoboszlai scored a great little goal. Ball gets whipped into him from the left-hand side and he kind of floats it in as well. He was really, really good today. On the half turn, he was able to run things quite easily. And you do think actually that the Dominic Szoboszlai should be adding a few more goals to his game. He's playing far more advanced in that number 10 role ahead of Gravenberch, ahead of McAllister. I'd argue all three of them are very, very similar midfielders. So if Dominic Szoboszlai is playing higher, you could see him scoring a lot more goals, particularly in the Champions League, particularly in those Anfield games. I do see a world where Dominic Szoboszlai scores more of those goals. We have to talk about the Liverpool back line. Obviously, Tsimikas came in for Andy Robertson. As I said at the start of the video, he got completely exposed for the Pulisic chance. I think there's a bit of a golf in quality there. I don't see it with Trent and Conor Bradley, even though Conor Bradley's been trusted a lot throughout the season for Liverpool. He's come on a lot for Trent. We saw against Nottingham Forest, obviously Trent got pushed further up the pitch and Conor Bradley came on. But on the left-hand flank, there is a massive golf in quality. If anything was to happen for Andy Robertson this season, you do worry about Tsimikas a little bit. Create a lot going forward, but he's very, very open defensively, and he's a very, very forward-minded fullback. And he actually created a few chances, had a few shots on his right foot. Did he hit the bar? I think something hit the bar from Tsimikas as well. Good cross of the ball, quality on the ball, but you do feel in these kind of games, it was important, I think, for Arne Slot to rotate the Liverpool side going into the game. You can't play the full strength side against AC Milan. There is a massive golf in quality. So I don't mind Tsimikas coming in. I understood it a little bit, but you do think that actually the depth of the Liverpool squad, whereas Nathan Ake and Gvardiol can play for Man City at left back, you think Tsimikas maybe is a little bit out of there in terms of the quality on display. Interesting from Salah and Gakpo today playing on the wings. I don't think Gakpo would suggest that he's a left winger really, but he linked up very, very well with Jota. And these are the kind of games where Liverpool can maximise the fact they've got so many wingers, so many wide forwards that can cut in. As long as you keep one of Salah or Jota, obviously ideally you want to play both of them, then I do think that you've got so much quality. I'd argue that both of them are world class. You can throw in Nunes, you can throw in Chiesa, you can throw in Gakpo, who started the game. And I think they're all going to link up well. I think the link-up play from Arne Slot is getting there. This is obviously, what fourth or fifth game that Arne Slot's ever managed for Liverpool. It's a massive step up. And there is fluidity in the front line. There is rhythm in the play. And I think Cody Gakpo created a lot, especially in the second half today. But ultimately, Mohamed Salah is just at every level that he plays at, whether it's cup competition, Champions League away days in Milan, Liverpool games at home in the Premier League. He's operating still on such a massive, massive level, and I think he was instrumental today. Created so much space against AC Milan. The back line was getting pushed back every single minute of the game. AC Milan couldn't bomb on. And you're talking about one of the best fullbacks in the world, potentially in Hernandez, playing at AC Milan, maybe their best total footballer, with Leao as well. So Salah has to do a lot of work defensively, has to look over his shoulder a lot. And you do think actually didn't do much today. Hernandez wasn't able to bomb on, wasn't able to really be his best self. And he's arguably a world-class left-back. For some people, the best left-back in world football. And Salah just kind of dominates him. They have so much of the ball. He's getting on the inside a lot, creating a lot of opportunities, hit the bar twice. And you're just looking at it thinking, I think Liverpool will absolutely breeze through the league format of the Champions League. I think they're going to get a massive run in the competition. You think in the knockout stages, for me, you look at Man City and Real Madrid as the two premium sides, one with more experience, the other with, I think, a better 11 and a better manager, in my opinion, Guardiola. You look at Bayern Munich, and I don't think Liverpool are far off Bayern Munich. I'd even argue if Liverpool click in March, in April, they're a better force in European football than Bayern Munich in the last few years. They've still got the Salahs of the world, the Van Dijks and the Alissons. It's a massive step forward for Liverpool, I think, going to AC Milan. It's always a banana skin. They've got massive pedigree. I think going there and kind of beating them, especially being 1-0 down, particularly after Nottingham Forest result, you do think actually it's a very, very astute and strong away performance. And that's all you can ask for in European football, is these kind of results that get you over the line early, particularly in an early stage of Arne Slot's tenure as Liverpool manager. Right, so Liverpool have won 3-1 against AC Milan. A very, very big result. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you very, very soon.